This has a lot to do with mental illness and medication and how that changes the way you write. So this sort of talks about the last year, 2016, that I had trying to discover how to write again. Last February, I began swallowing silence, the heavy down and slumber quiet kind. My bed became the open palm of God, because when my mind began to flicker, I couldn't make it stop talking. Imagine the scratch of a match and the scratch of a match and the scratch of a match. Imagine a voice with 5 hands and 5 fists and a face you thought was yours, but this one looks at you with wide-eyed violence. My body in 12 pieces, my head on the floor. Were there knocks at your door? Was your hallway on fire? It began with me preparing a funeral for my future. My thoughts were a eulogy, and in recitation they told me to gather my body. They said, "Take your wild hands and prowl for burial." They said, "These hands are your shame and you carry them everywhere, but that's never stopped you, and you've never called them that before. Say, will you shake shame with me? Say, please." And yes, sorry. Now take your hair, all of which you once let a man touch, none of which you have now. Take that skull. Remember last fall, when your broken face craved solace against the lip of a porcelain sink. Fractures will not keep you from seeking grace behind a vanity mirror where your sanity sits on a shelf in 3 bottles. In remembrance, I broke your body for you. I adapted the habit of holding the flutter of prayer. I practiced biting down on urgency. Lay me down to rest. If I die before I wake, I pray they only remember how I looked on better days, and not then, toward the end, when I thought they were every person that tried to make me take poison.